Alright, so I was going to make this a more detailed video with like images and videos and stuff, but I don't feel like taking all that time right now. So I'm just going to do the recording of it, um, going over my notes and talking about it in a little bit more depth that I could use later on for the full edit. I just don't feel like doing it right now, and I do want to get this out before Chapter 3 starts, just in case some of these things actually do happen. That it's like, hey, I called that. Or in the sense that, like, no, who the fuck knows? Maybe Epic watches random things like this, and they might get some ideas, and maybe this could happen. You never know. You know, not everyone can have every idea. So here's some more ideas for you guys, right? All right, so these are the top 10 things that I personally want to see in Chapter 3. Okay, not in really particular order, somewhat of an order. You'll see some of the things are numbered, other things are just kind of listed. I haven't really thought this out too much, but so list is not counting crossovers that we can make. So I don't really want Team NT that badly because we already have it. You know, like the Superman, like, I don't know, we had the superheroes that we can make them into. So I don't really care too much about Spider-Man. I know a lot of people are, and so that's more on them. I don't really care if we get Spider-Man or Team NT or any of the things that we really built. You know, it's fine. It's not a big deal. What we have is good enough. All right. So number 11, because it's never going to happen. So I'm just going to put on here. I want building and editing nerfed. It's not going to happen. So instead, how about the no build mode 24/7? So that's an option for people. All right. So that's an honorable mention. Number 2, implement obvious things. So like a 5-team, there would be 20 teams that land. I want a basic pistol with everyone that lands, so it doesn't even have to be this game one. And the 100% chest spawn. So that's 3 different items. I probably should have listed that better. But anyway, those things are easy. I think they should just put that in the game, just period. I don't think that should really count as my top 10. All right. Now I know I said things that we could make not gonna be on the list, but Time Force, I think I got to put on the list just because the superheroes can't do the Battleizer, and I really want to be able to do the Time Force Battleizer. And then I thought it would be really cool to have Rancic as like an NPC on the map, and you like Doctor Doom, you know, you kill him and you get something, but he has a built-in emote to pull the sword out of like his body, like he does, and his sword is like the bone. That'd be really cool, little thing. And I think all the Rangers could either be the Battle Pass or could be in the shop for cheapish. You know, maybe the Red Ranger and the Quantum Ranger who actually like have stuff that changes could be 1200 or 15 or 16, whatever. But then the other ones, blue through pink, could just be 800, something cheap, or just alternating styles. Like blue and green could be in the Battle Pass as the male one, and then pink and yellow could be the female, and they just have different styles to switch between since they're not really gonna have anything else. They don't need anything else. What just happened? Oh, I flipped it accidentally. All right, well, number 9, Star Wars season. All right, so this one is a little bit more in depth. I was thinking Luke, Leia, Han, Lando, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Windu, and Clone Trooper as the 8 skins in the Battle Pass, right? So Luke, Leia, Han, Lando have some alt styles, you know, just here and there, maybe 2, 3 each, whatever. Anakin will be the one that you get at the start from the second movie, and he'll be an evolutionary skin going to Vader. Right? So you have 2, 3, 4. And I think he could have some, like, different variants between 3 and 2. No, you can't really have no hand. I mean, I guess they couldn't just, you know, see it, but anyway. Obi-Wan with 1, 2, 3, and 4 styles. Windu, you can have, I couldn't think of like another style, maybe just cloak on, cloak off, I don't know. Customizable Clone Trooper, I think that one could be really fun because there's a lot of different Clone Trooper styles that you could do. If you want more examples, go check out the Battlefront 2. I'll probably show some videos of it in the actual edited one here. Lightsabers as pickaxes, and then you can put them back on the map. I thought that might be a little weird because like the pickaxes are going to be as good as the actual ones that are on the map, but they're going to look identical, you know. But whatever, I don't even care. And that's another reason I included Windu. Like, yeah, he's a great character, but also his lightsabers in the game, he should be in the game. You know what I'm saying? We already have Rey, we already have Kylo, and their lightsabers in it. I mean, technically it's Luke's, but, you know, put Luke in right here. I'm saying it. And of course Luke has got to be in it. I'm surprised he's not already. Stormtroopers back in the shop, and add the First Order as an alternate style. They already have it made. It should be in there. Come on. Qui-Gon in the shop. That'd be really cool. And I mean, this can go like there's so many different Star Wars characters. Go with popularity. Couldn't really obviously Yoda's popular, but like how do you put him in the game? We got Baby Yoda. That works, right? Yeah, there's lots that they could do with Star Wars, but I think this is a good start. I guess continuing because we do some Star Wars stuff, but I mean like not much from the original trilogy besides the Stormtrooper, and you can't even get that anymore. They haven't put it in since. Anyway, Transformers. I'm trying not to scroll too far. Certain cars are actually Transformers. So on the map, it'll just look like a normal car, but maybe it'll be the actual Bumblebee, the Optimus, and so on. Actually on the map, and you could go over to them and interact with them like the Stark bots and have them join your team. And then, they'll be AIs that kind of do whatever follows your team. If you're running, then they'll either be in the vehicle or the robot and just kind of following around your team. And you can go over to them and interact with them to switch them from vehicle to robot. And as the vehicle, you can actually get them and use them like a normal car. Or as the robot, you can't use them, and they'll just be a mech AI that kind of can do a lot. And then I think those could also be skins, kind of like how Galactus was gigantic, because the mechs would be bigger than the normal person. Anything that they create to make look like a mech could just be a skin as well. So Optimus, Bumblebee, Megatron, so on. Alright, Pokemon. I don't think this one's even that far off, because we already have wild animals all over the place, so just a way to store them and capture them. And used one of three ways. So you can have only one Mon at a time, and it takes up an inventory spot. Kind of like anything, like a gun, I guess, because you can have multiple of the same gun, and it would just take up one spot. But in this one, you would only have one. Or you could have up to 5 Mons, and they each take up a spot. You can have 5 different Mons. Or one inventory spot being a Pokebelt, and you can choose which one to send out, kind of like transformation item, where you select it, and then it's got multiple things you can select off of that selection. More on that later. Mons are out until you call them back, some way they were sent out, or until they lose all health. So as in like, whatever button you press to send them back, or to send them out, you press that same button to send them back. I'm going to say it again, because I can edit for later. Whatever button you press to send them out, you press the same button again, and it calls them back into their ball. Or until they lose all their health. Health can be replenished using food, or Pokemon centers at each POI, or maybe just reboot bands have an extra something that allows you to heal them, or both. Whatever they feel like doing. I don't care, just put Pokemon in the game. Alright. Now to some things that are kind of more likely to happen. Return of good objects. I want to see helicopters back in the game. They were fantastic. They were a good way to get around, but they were glass cannons, so you could easily go down if somebody really wanted to shoot you down. But it was fun to get your team across the map very fast. It felt much easier to battle the storm when you needed to. Bows were a ton of fun, and I'm really bummed that they left the game, because I feel like something that could have just stayed in, even though the Primal season ended. Like, why did the bows have to leave? Their Sengun gun, that totally should have been in the game when we had Naruto. And now that we have Naruto 24/7 because we have the skins, that should just be in the game at least for one season would be nice. I don't even care if it's in for 1 week. That'd be fun to do the Rasengan thing as Naruto. Just let me do that. Alright. Some chapter synergy would be nice. So we had the spy season in Chapter 2 Season 2. I would like to have another spy season at some point. Would be cool. Another futuristic season at some point. That would be cool. If they line up, I think it would be... I mean, it depends on how they're telling the story. I don't really fully follow the story, to be honest. It's kind of confusing. Like, the Chapter 1 island is this Chapter 2 island remade. So it would kind of make sense for history to repeat itself, but who knows what Chapter 3 island's going to be. If it's a completely different island, or if it's the same island again remade, that'd be kind of weird, but I guess maybe that could happen. And then there's some people that believe that the Chapter 2 island is not the Chapter 1 island, but I think that was already debunked. I don't know. Point is, it would be nice to have some synergy between the islands, and I'm sure that there will be, but I just specifically want to see another spy season because that was a ton of fun, and another futuristic season because I missed out on it, and it would be nice to have a male version of Singularity. Good POIs to return. Hunter's Haven was totally cool, just to have all the characters from the Battle Pass have their own room somewhere that you can go, kind of similar to the lobby of Chapter 2 Season 2 with the spies, but like an actual place. That was really cool. Soapy Swamp is a good place to constantly heal up. I'll settle for a farm, I guess, but I love Slurpee. It was total fun to just sit in the vat, and you can do other things while you heal up. And you can get shield too. Not all the farms have shield, so take it back. Slurpee's way better. Pleasant Park, always fun. Lazy Leg, always fun, etc. All the ones I really like. I'd like to see them again, and I feel like we will. Story confirmation when Adamaru is wrong. From PlayStation Gray, he puts all these videos, story lore and stuff. I want there to be more obvious confirmation when he's incorrect about certain things, and I would like more confirmation on the story. Period. And I would like the loading screens that tell stories back. Those are more fun than the kind of random ones. Obvious, easy crossovers. Okay, so we've got Supernatural. Totally should have been in it when they were doing the Hunters, right? And Impala, that should have been on the map as a car that you can drive. And Dean and Sam could have been skins. It would have been easy, right? Men in Black, that would have been nice. Starfire, Futurama, SpongeBob. I still really like the idea that Gary would be a back bling for SpongeBob. That's really cool. Maybe POI swim in the like water storm. Yeah, if they had like a bikini bottom POI and you can swim around on that section of the map like we did in the water storm at the very end of Chapter 2 Season 2, that'd be pretty cool. A lot of talking. Alright, ones that they already kind of made and should just put in. Family Guy, we got Peter Griffin, we got Samus, and we've got Galactus. Where are those? And also, I guess, First Order Stormtrooper, if you're not going to actually give me the Star Wars season, then put it here, I guess. Bring back ones from a while ago that I missed out on. Stranger Things happened like a week or two before I started playing. And the Star Wars one, like I said, like that should just be back. So why I didn't put First Order Stormtrooper here? I don't know. Didn't put etc. Alright. Honorable mentions. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Would be cool, but my ideas of it would probably be too similar to like Pokemon, where you could find them and get them. I guess they wouldn't be roaming animals. But something like that would be kind of cool, and you can summon the cards as AIs. They would attack, kind of like the Pokemon. So it's kind of too similar. A duelist pickaxe would be pretty fun, though. I've always thought that it kind of looks like a weapon. The DeLorean, and just maybe have it on there just as a cool little nod. It doesn't have to be like a full thing crossover, but just the car somewhere. Maybe a flying car would be really, really cool, like they have in GTA. That thing is a ton of fun. All right, and then so some of these were numbered, some of them were not. But number one, I definitely want a Ben 10 crossover in some way. Maybe just in the shop. Maybe he's the crossover of the battle pass. But I want, and this is a lot, I know, and that's why he's number one on the list, because I want the most, and I think it's asking a lot. So, a Ben Tennyson character skin with a built-in emote. So his built-in emote would pull up another wheel that has 10 spots, like 10 different emotes, and each emote turns you into a different alien, because he's got 10 styles. So I would say when you're on the lobby screen in the locker, you pick which 10 styles, because they should make more than 10 aliens. And all of them, not like gray matter or way big ones, but ones that are reasonable in size, and then have some kind of power that could be put into the game. Example, easy ones are like Heat Blast, Swamp Fire, and Diamond Head. Things like Heat Blast would shoot and it would start a fire. Okay, easy, right? And Diamond Head could shoot diamonds, and it would be, similar to bullets, but they could pierce through builds easier. Something like that would be cool. Simple things like that could actually translate into the game well in terms of an Omnitrix item somewhere. And you can choose which one you want on your Omnitrix, so you can make, any 10. So it'd be, I'm kind of confused on how I would want it for an item versus, because it was Torai's idea to do an Omnitrix item. I just had the idea for the skin. It would be cool to be able to switch between styles with an emote wheel. I think Kid and Teenage Ben would be good styles too. You could pick which one of those two, and then they have the emote wheel, extra locker spots there. Difficult to breathe. It's not fun. Anyway, that's my big one. I think a lot of these things are asking a lot, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. This is my wish list. Sometimes you ask Santa for some shit that you're not gonna get, and your parents look at you like, you're not gonna remember Christmas, but whatever, kid. We'll find something similar or something you're not really gonna care about. But that's okay. These are my ideas. I think they'd be a ton of fun. Okay. Alright, I think that's good. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas, post them down below. If you don't like my ideas, post that down below too as a separate comment. If you do like my ideas, but you want to build on them, put that in a separate comment. Basically, comment a lot of shit so we can get this video circulating. Share it with your friend. Whatever you want to do. I don't control you. But enjoy life, and let's hope for some really cool things in Chapter 3. I'd say things like the island to be cool, but I think some of my things did fit that in terms of having POIs return that I like and so on. I have no doubt that there's going to be at least one POI that we all like, separately. It's all opinion. I think at least one skin from the Battle Pass you'll like, so on, stuff like that. So these are kind of just the more like, hey, the as I put right there, extra mile for things that would be really cool in this game. All right. Bye.